Welcome back for today's college football pick video play for November 14th, 2018. In this one, talking about this Mid-American Conference matchup between the Miami, Ohio RedHawks and the Northern Illinois Huskies. Going to give our lean on where we see the better value on the over-under. That total number relatively low here at about 48 points. And the RedHawks sitting 4-6 overall. This team, they're more dangerous than what their overall record might suggest. This is actually one of the more mid to upper tier teams, I'd say, within the conference. It's just, unfortunately for Miami, Ohio, they went 0-4 through their non-conference slate, going against some pretty tough opponents outside of league action. As a result, the RedHawks, they're in a must-win situation both this week and next week against Ball State. If they are somehow able to pick up these 2 wins, they'd get to 6 victories and bowl eligibility, but easier said than done. It would be unfortunate for this group if they weren't able to reach a bowl, given they're a pretty solid squad overall, but probably going to come up short of that goal. We'll see how it plays out for Miami, Ohio over the next 2 contests. They faced a must-win game last week, and they were able to come through at home against the Ohio Bobcats, which is another solid team within the MAC East division. They grabbed that victory by a final of 30-28. Perhaps that's the kind of confidence builder that Miami, Ohio needs coming into this one against Northern Illinois, who's still undefeated within league action. Now, the RedHawks, in terms of their numbers, not overwhelming. They're a pretty balanced group on both sides of the ball. They're 50th in the nation in scoring average, 72nd in total team defense, and these numbers would be even better if the RedHawks went against a more manageable non-conference slate. For instance, today going on the road and taking on what has been the best team over in the MAC West division, Northern Illinois, at 7-3 overall, and they're 6-0 in conference play. And speaking of really tough non-conference slates, the Huskies actually faced a tougher non-conference schedule in our estimation than Miami, Ohio, going out of MAC play against opponents like Iowa, Utah, Florida State, and BYU. Pretty brutal stuff. The Huskies, they currently find themselves on a 6-game winning streak, coming through again in their last outing, which was at home against a respectable Toledo opponent, winning that one by a final of 38-15. But leaning on their offensive strengths is not what the Huskies have done to have a lot of success this year. It's been all about their defense. The best defense in the MAC. They're 25th in the nation in points allowed. They're giving up about 21 points per contest on average, compared to 122nd in scoring average. And again, particularly their offensive number is skewed by the really difficult non-conference slate that Northern Illinois went against. These are 2 battle-tested teams that have had respectable years. Obviously, Northern Illinois having a bit more success overall, and also with that home field advantage, why they come in as almost a touchdown favorite. But what's a must-win game for the RedHawks? You'd expect them to put in a big-time effort to try to grab this upset victory. We're expecting a relatively competitive matchup with things maybe going a little bit slower than your typical MAC contest where you see a lot of these higher scoring affairs, especially with the Huskies and their defensive strengths. Wouldn't be surprised if that was the case. So we're going to go ahead and side with a lower scoring matchup here, going to the under 48 points as the better value play. If you agree, give the video a thumbs up. Disagree, give it a thumbs down. Check out all of our college football picks over at stumpthespread.com. Link down in the video description. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, and we hope to see you guys back here for future videos.